The collection at the National Palace Museum in Taipei is made up of an amazing number of artifacts from mainland China, as well as from the 100 years of Formosa and Taiwan's development as an island.
The National Palace Museum has a great collection. When Chiang Kai-shek fled mainland China, he brought a lot of the treasures with him, the Asian treasures that are all at the National Palace Museum.
Yeah, the National Palace Museum is home to more than 216,000 volumes of real books from the Song, Yuan, Ming, and Qing dynasties. And it's also the home to more than 400,000 pieces of Qing historical documents. Many of these Qing historical documents were reports by Qing officials to the throne, to the emperors. They provide first-hand historical information on historical events.
I've been working on a project with the National Palace Museum in Taiwan to develop a collaboration where we could do digital copies of some of the things that they have in their collection.
The National Palace Museum was fantastic. Working with the people at the National Palace Museum was just a pleasure.
I think that collaboration is very important. This is a preliminary step to help us to build out our proper system. Through this international collaboration, I think we can improve conservation and preservation of our human cultural heritage.
We've been working mainly with manuscripts that have suffered some damage, and those manuscripts are dynastic. That is to say that they are court recordings from the governments of earlier mainland China.
The documents that we were working with were actually bound volumes. A couple of times we were actually dealing with reconstructed manuscripts that have been bound into these new books, but then there are also damaged ones that had previously been bound that would need to be digitally reconstructed.
Technology we've been using in collaboration with the National Palace Museum includes high-resolution digitization, multispectral digitization. We've also done 3D surface acquisition, and we're going to try to combine that with CT scanning.
Things that are damaged represent a real challenge because the process of degradation has already been advanced. If you can rescue some of that using digital means and pull those things back from the brink, then what you're doing is sort of stopping the degradation in its tracks, and you're taking a snapshot in history of what you have, and then you're trying to roll back from that point to recover things that have already been lost.
So maybe digitalization is one of the choice to get the image first, otherwise they will disappear in a short time. So I think the digitalization technology can help for the preservation of the collections.
We want to digitalize this document to show people for education, for research.
After you actually image the documents, all you're really left with is sort of this raw data. For every page, you have these 13 black and white images that then need to actually be processed. So there's a lot of time sort of in the post-production, that we call it, of just organizing the data. What we do with these images, we actually run it through what we call the sort of multispectral measurement system, where it combines all these images and creates different views of a particular page that can help you sort of see things that you wouldn't normally be able to see. The most common one is just the RGB images. When we were there, we exposed the documents to red, green, and blue lights. So then we can use those three images to sort of recreate what we know as true color.
Technology is going to continue to improve, and I think that curators, conservators, museums and libraries are going to revisit their collections as technology improves, and they're going to make facsimiles again and again. And I think the future is actually being able to compare all of those snapshots together so that we create a representation over time that shows what we've been able to do with technology, but also how things are changing over time.
The goal of this project is just to begin a collaboration. It's catalyzing a collaboration with the National Palace Museum, so it's really exciting to be in the beginning of this collaboration.
Actually, I do really enjoy collaboration with other people from other countries.
The collection actually belongs to all the people in the world, so it's very good to have this kind of cooperation.
It's so important to work in a collaborative group in doing this kind of work, because the science alone can be done in a lab, but the materials have to be conserved in an environment like a museum. And so the collaboration between conservators, curators, scientists, and developers becomes crucial in order to make any progress at all.